So I was walking one day and a truck, like a delivery truck, drove by and it kicked a rock back and it hit the hat right there and ripped it.
You're the only person that would have that happen to.
Yep.
That is absolutely crazy. Welcome back to another episode of The Rotation. My name is Jonathan Sawyer. With me is my brother, Mike DeSanto. Mike, spring training is here. Pitchers and catchers have reported. It's getting closer and closer. We got almost a month left until the regular season starts. How are you feeling about baseball season so far?
Dude, I am so excited. It's not even funny. I mean, we talk about this all year. Football's great. Hockey's my second favorite sport. Basketball's good. But you know what? Baseball season's here. I'm sober. I'm super. I am. Apparently not. I'm super excited, and I've been waiting for this, as I do every offseason, for months. How about you?
Months. Yes. I'm excited. I've been watching a lot of MLB Network over the last few days, just clips of pitchers. I'm loving Garrett Cole and his pitching,
Yes.
and I'm loving watching the pitchers. They've done this before where they put the rope across.
Mhm.
I'm noticing the pitchers, and then they put the square box.
Yep.
A lot of accuracy from the pitchers coming in, from what I've seen from a lot of guys, not just the Yankees, a lot of guys. So it's a fun time for baseball season. It's a fun time to live in Florida or Arizona, especially if you're traveling to these specific locations, which you will be in a couple weeks. And it's going to be a fun time. I mean, we got a lot of spring training games we're going to be going to, traveling to, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to go to a lot of the parks, see what's going on. I know we've been talking about it for a little bit now and whatnot, but let's just hop into our Yankees talk because we're both excited. One big storyline coming into camp was Marcus Stroman saying, and I quote, "When Judge and Cashman come calling, it's kind of like you can't turn them down," which is always good, right? So like the beef between Cashman and Stroman are done. Mm-hmm. He loves being a Yankee. He's always wanted to be a Yankee. He's always wished to be in New York. Mm-hmm. So I think he's hyped. He's proud. He's very ready for the season.
Yeah, he's well documented. He grew up a Yankee fan. There was the beef between him and Cashman when Cashman put his foot in his mouth, which still frustrates me that we weren't able to have Stroman sooner. But one of the things that stood out to me in when he was taking, questions from the media and stuff when he got to camp was, I never thought this would happen. He had put it behind him, the thought of ever being a New York Yankee. But yeah, I love the idea that there's so much weight to when Judge and Cashman come to talk to you, at least in his mind. Even if it's just for him, even if it's not, which I imagine it's not universal for every player, but it's nice to know that the Yankee name and Judge as captain still carries weight within the league and carries weight with being able to bring guys in that can help, which is definitely Marcus Stroman.
Well, I mean, being MVP, I mean, it does help. I mean, him being the stature that he is helps. I mean, the one thing I'm noticing in camp right now is everyone's serious right now. It's very serious. From what it sounds from a lot of the reporters, guys are having fun, but they're locked in. Cole mentions numerous times in his press conference that, he needs to add a ring to his hardware in his collection, which, is huge. I don't think he did. He didn't do it with the Astros, I don't believe, right?
No, I believe he was an Astro only during those interim years where they didn't win, where they were contending, but they didn't win. Yeah,
so I'm excited to see what that, type of hype and type of, I guess, feel is. The one thing that I'm wondering is, how many lefties are you going to have? You got Nestor, and that's it. That's the only starting lefty.
No, Rodon.
Oh, Rodon's
left-handed.
Rodon's ready. He's pitching at full strength right now.
Which is good to see.
I watched a clip of him the other day. He was fielding in the field, like taking ground balls, throwing the ball, which is good because of his back and his neck that he had surgery on. But I mean, I'm excited for just to see what the hype is behind Soto. I think the team reports on Tuesday, I
Mhm.
believe. The
I
team
believe
report
so.
the rest of the team, or the first wave of players, report on Tuesday,
Mhm.
which I'm excited to see what Soto can make of. Boone has said in many press conferences that they're going to make the most out of the 1 year with him. They're
Yeah,
not going to let this squander because they understand that it may just be 1 year.
right.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes in his eight. But Scott Boras, he's a shark, so he's going to want to get the best for his client. Which I mean, that's what a good agent does. That's what he
Right.
does. As an agent, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get the best bang for your buck. I always hate when people say, "Oh, Scott Boras is such a terrible agent." Not really. He's actually a phenomenal agent. He's probably one of the better agents. He's just a shark. He
Right.
goes after the biggest contract, biggest money, and I think he's Blake Snell's agent.
He's the agent for at least a handful of the big guys that are left.
So I
That's
mean,
what
there's no
everybody's talking
surprise
about.
that Snell,
Yeah.
is a free agent still. We won't go too much into that because that's
That's a
been
whole.
beat. Well, no, we've beaten that to the dead horse. I mean,
Mhm.
there's no much. He's not signed. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. He
um,
still hasn't signed. When he signs, you'll know. We'll talk about it.
I'm. We're still a month and a half away from the opening day. I mean, opening day.
Yeah.
The Yankees got to go to Houston for a 4-game skid, and that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's the Astros. It's the actually I kind of like opening the season with the Astros simply because is the demon of today's team that needs to be slayed. If you want
Well, technically, they did last year against Texas.
no, I mean for the Yankees in particular. It's the team you
Yeah,
come
personally,
for one reason or another. You haven't really ever been able to overcome them.
I'm a little indifferent because I don't give a fuck about the first game of the season. I care about the playoffs. I'd rather, I guess in the quotes, slay them in the
Oh
postseason
no, I'm not
and put
saying
them
like
out.
you.
Put them
I'm
out
not.
of the postseason.
I'm.
I don't care about the regular season. The first 4 games of the season. If the Yankees get swept in the first 4 games of the season, cool. But if they go 158-4, okay, so.
Yeah, so I'm not saying specifically like, oh, if they beat them in the first 4 games of the year, that it's like, okay, cool, we beat you, that's done and over with. It's more of like a kicking off the year of, hey, we own you this year, we're going to beat you now, we'll beat you anytime we play you, including the playoffs. Kind of like that.
Yeah,
Making your claim, I guess, to start the year, just be like, this year will be different.
the
As
biggest
far
thing I
as
take out of the season is the first few months. Is I don't take so much. I don't care about that shit. Care more about okay, how are they playing? How are they hitting the ball? How are they pitching? How's the rotation going? How's the pitching going? How's the coaching? The pitching matchups going? Those are the key things that I like to see. When we get into September and October, yeah, that's when I care about. Okay, let's dominate these guys, right? I really don't care about the first 4 games. I get what you're saying. Set a precedent right in the beginning of the season that the Yankees are here to play and not to doubt them. But I think you can do that.
it's a long
In
year.
July, you can do that in August. I mean, there's a lot to go. I mean, that first 4 games ain't going to decide anything. Remember
No.
when the Yankees were gonna what?
No, I don't. I think I know where you're going, and I don't want to remember it.
Why we went to the World Series in
Oh,
03?
okay. That's not what I thought.
We were 0-9 against the Red Sox in 03. Came
Oh,
back and
that one.
won the last 9 games to win the AL East, and then went on to the World Series, and ended up losing to the Marlins, I believe, in 03. But I mean, realistically, I mean, it did it in 04 too. I mean, I don't care too much about 04 as much as everybody else. I mean, it bothers me. Yeah, it sucked. It was
annoying.
terrible to watch, but it's not like I'm going to be sitting here like, don't talk about 04. Red Sox were the better team at that point, so they beat us.
It's the excessiveness. On a side note, it's the excessiveness of 04 being brought up. Hey, remember 04? Yes, I was 9. Thank you. I know what happened. Dave Roberts stolen base, came back down 3-0. I got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Move on.
So looking on the Yankees, I mean, I'm hopeful for the good season. Yeah. Hopeful for good lineups. I think this is the deepest team. Good news by Dominguez. He's going to start hitting, and Boone says he should be ready by the summer, which is perfect. Let
Good.
him be ready by the summer. He doesn't need to play the first 3 months, to be honest with you.
No.
But like you and I have argued back and forth, he will be playing when he comes back. He will be a starter when he comes back.
Yes, he will.
100%.
100%.
I know you.
No.
See,
you're misconstruing. You're misconstruing the argument. You're misconstruing the argument because yes, you are. I'm gonna explain it.
How many times
The
you gonna say it? How many
The
times you gonna say
argument. No. The argument was that he was only going to hit because at the time they were talking. Hold on. Because at the time they were saying he was going to be on the roster on opening day. That has now changed. They said he was going to hit sooner than this. That he was going to start hitting December. And therefore be ready to DH starting at the beginning of the year. That is now not true. They are waiting, and he's going to be... Actually, they're going to do exactly what I thought they were going to do. They're going to put him on the IL to start the year. He'll be ready by summer. And when he does come back in the summer, he'll be ready to field. And yes, he is the starting center fielder.
100%.
100%. Soto moves to left. Judge moves to right.
Moves to right.
Yes.
And Verdugo comes off the bench.
Correct. And then Trent Grisham probably gets traded.
If he's having a good year. Yeah.
If he's having a good year.
Even if he's not, probably he still gets moved. But yes. No, I'm not disagreeing with what... Actually, I am. I'm disagreeing because, from the beginning, when he was ready to go, it was in winter meetings, Boone made it seem like he was ready to go at spring training. He was going to be ready to go full participant. That's what he said. He's going to be a full participant with mild, what's it called? Can't think of the fucking word. Mild, he's not going to be doing. I guess he's not going to be restricted. Yes, mild restrictions with that. He's not going to have as many restrictions as you think. So, I don't know.
He'll be ready by summer.
It goes back to what I said to you last year, and I always repeat what you said last year. All he doesn't want to do is MLB clock. I am so tired of hearing that. I know. Now that's not even true because he'll be on the opening day roster.
They don't care about that anymore. But that's why that only applies to last year because that's why they waited until September 1st to call him up.
Right, exactly. And the rest of the young guys.
Yeah, right. When they could have definitely used them. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's move on from the Yankees talk.
Yes.
We got a little bit different in an episode. We're going to kind of do a little quiz here, and before we get into this season, we got a little bit of debate on where the A's should go.
Yeah,
as they really don't have a home right now. So let's start off with the quiz.
Okay.
What is the quiz, Mike? I'll let you take over.
Today the wonderful, as I share my screen, the wonderful website that is Sporkle gives us a bunch of fun quizzes. We used to do them in college all the time, I remember. We may have actually done this one in college, but it's been a while, so I think I'm interested to see how it'll challenge us. Let me know when you can see it. So what we are doing here today is we have 7 minutes to 63 top single-season home run leaders. So we will be guessing the single-season home run leaders. We have 7 minutes to do so.
63 of them?
There's 63 of them. I believe there are multiples.
All right.
So, if guys had...
Hit the play button. Let's go.
All right. So, I think we all know who the first one is.
Barry Bonds.
Yep.
Rodriguez.
Yes, there are multiples.
98. Shit.
McGuire. Sosa.
Giambi.
Giambi on here? Sure if he is.
I think it was of the Yankees, I thought.
Judge.
1961? That had to be Maris.
Yeah, that's Maris.
All right, 1927 had to be Ruth. 2017 Marlins, Giancarlo Stanton. All right, 65 Giants. Was that, what's it called?
65 Giants. Is it Mays?
Mays.
Yep.
56.
Yep, 56.
The Yankees is Mantle.
Yeah. Key. 77 Reds.
77 Reds is Pete Rose.
I don't think so. He's not a home runner. Frank Robinson? Something happened
Bench.
somewhere.
Johnny Bench.
Might have been Johnny Bench. No, 77 Reds. Eric Davis?
Gotta phone in your. So right now we're doing a quiz on the leading home runs, last 63, I guess it is, home run leaders. And it's going by. He had 52 home runs in 77. The New York Giants. I can't guess that one. 2005 Atlanta Braves. I would say Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones for the Braves. I believe.
Andrew Jones.
1990
Tigers. Gibson?
I have no idea. Your guesses.
Well, I know this 2006
Ryan Braun.
Phillies. That's Ryan Howard.
Ryan Braun for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh yeah, the 07. No, I know who that Milwaukee is. It's Prince Fielder. Oh, Cecil for the Tigers. 98. Is that Greg Vaughn? For the 98. Yeah,
I don't know. We got 4 minutes left. Chicago White Sox 98. Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
Or it's
no,
it's Joe something. Joe Tomey?
Joey Bell. Albert Bell. Gee, you're thinking Jim Tomey. Oh, 96 Orioles is Brady Anderson. He had a weird year.
1938 Red Sox. I have no clue.
Is that Williams? No, I have no idea.
1932 Athletics. I didn't know there was an Athletics. 2001 Diamondback was Luis Gonzalez.
Yep. Yeah, that was his, he had 1 year where he broke out for a bunch of home runs. 97 Seattle's got to be Griffey, right?
Griffey and 8.
Yeah.
36 Yankees is Gehrig.
Maybe. Yep. And 34. 06 Cardinals.
2006 Pujols.
Yeah. 87 Cubs is Dawson.
2001 Dodgers has to be...
Oh, it's Sean Green. He had a weird year where he hit a bunch of home runs.
2001 Rockies, Todd Helton.
Yeah, I think so.
69 Twins.
Harmon Killebrew, maybe?
Yeah. 47 Pirates, no clue.
47 Pirates? Yeah, I have no idea.
2006
Red Sox.
23
Ramirez.
Braves is Ramirez. No.
23 Braves is Acuna, right?
Acuna. That's it.
No, it's Matt Olson. It's going to be Matt Olson.
10 Blue Jays. 10 Blue Jays.
Bautista? Yeah. I think that was his big 54 homer year. Alonso for the Mets.
Yeah. Cleveland Indians in 2002. Oh, Jesus.
Was Manny still on the Indians then?
Manny, yeah. Manny Ramirez.
No. Oh, that's Tomei.
Oh, that's
06 Red Sox. I guess that's Ortiz.
Yes. Okay. 30 Cubs. 38 Tigers. 54 Red Flags or Red Legs. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's the Reds.
19 is Joey Votto, I think, for the Reds.
Is it?
Maybe.
No. Who had a bunch of homers that year? 97 Rockies. Larry Walker?
No clue. Type it in.
That's right. Yeah.
So we got 3 left.
No, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 19 Reds.
I have no.
Jesse Winker?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not looking this up. I'm trying to look at the screen as well.
Yeah.
We're not looking this up. We're just going off of memory.
19 Reds. That's the one that's annoying me. So the other ones are old. 19 Reds. You run out of time. Maybe we have 45 seconds.
All right.
19 Reds.
I'm not going to act like I know that answer. I have no idea who that is. The 1930 Cubs.
Try some. I don't think they were playing then. No.
Well, we got 56 out of 63 with 15 seconds.
Guess we'll see. Yeah. Well. Oh, we had 20% better than. All right. 77 Reds was George Foster.
Johnny Mize, Ralph Kiner. Scroll down.
Hack Wilson. 30 Cubs. Ralph Kiner for the Pirates. Ted. Oh, my uncle's going to kill me for not knowing Ted Kluszewski. Eugenio Suarez. God damn it.
You act like that's a fucking average. That's like someone that we should know.
Eugenio Suarez?
Yeah, I would never know that name as a diehard baseball fan. I don't know who that is.
I do.
You act like that's a common name. Like, oh god damn it, Willie Mays.
Well, he just got traded. I'm not saying it's Willie Mays. He just got traded though. I should have remembered that. Anyway, all right. It's more of I should have remembered that.
That's our quiz section. Maybe next time we won't do such a long one, but let us know if you guys get it in the first try. But moving on to the MLB, the Las Vegas A's need a home site.
Yes,
apparently. They do. They need somewhere to stay for the 24 season. Is that correct?
For 24 they'll play in Oakland, but they need a home for 25, 26, and 27. Because the Vegas park is not supposed to be completed, and that's if there's no more holdups with funding and the town council and all that government stuff to get it to be built. It's not supposed to be done until 28.
Yeah.
So my question was, like, should the MLB be helping them? And personally, I'd say yes.
Helping them in what way?
Find a place. Because
aren't they supposed? I mean, it's real simple. Just go to their minor league park. I mean, I don't see why that's such a problem.
It's about seating capacity. I think it's not.
They don't get enough people to go to their games anyways.
I know, but they want particular. I'm not up on all the details, but they want particular things that for an MLB park that it doesn't have. And the thing is, Vegas is so I think Vegas is so focused on whatever their new ballpark's going to be and getting that approved that they haven't approved them playing at the minor league park. So what I heard somebody threw out, I can't remember who it was. Somebody threw out the idea of them playing in Sacramento at the AAA field because I believe the minor league park in Vegas is a AA park.
What's the difference? They're both professional ballparks.
Yeah, but it's bigger. The one in Sacramento is bigger.
Bigger as in seating capacity?
Seating.
The field is it's probably the same size.
More concessions. It's about the fan thing. It's about the number of seats and the concessions and all that.
I'm rolling my eyes heavily on this because they're very, very generous on their count for how many people actually go to an Oakland A's game. And it's probably under 4,000 per game.
Yeah, but
so don't give me. I hate that shit. Like, no, just go play it. You'll play it. Go establish a fan. You don't play in Sacramento. You go establish a fandomship in Vegas, and you start getting the hype around your team in Vegas, so they can start building on that. That's what they should do. Not keep it in Sacramento for 3 years. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
I believe that's their AAA park.
Right, but you build the fandom for your professional team in Vegas.
Right, but the problem is yes, Oakland currently in the city of Oakland does not draw a massive crowd. And they draw a crowd that would fit at Cashman Field. The issue is, what if you build that fan base over those 3 years? You're going to have more seats, because what if you have more than 12,000 people that want to go to the game?
It's temporary, Mike.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't agree with
money.
you on that.
It's money.
Right, but the people are going to spend money regardless. They're still going to charge tickets. They're still going to fill the state.
But their thought, I believe that from the thought process is, if you get more than 12,000 people that want to go to the game, you're now turning money away because you can't seat them or have them in stand. It's 12,500 at Cashman Field.
I don't think it's that serious, to be honest with you.
I understand that, but that's the thought process.
I get what you're saying about the money part, which I understand, but they're not going to make that much more. Like, okay, so let's, what are the Sacramento, because their minor league team is in, their AA team, their minor league team is in Vegas. Their AA team, right?
Yes, and I believe it's their AA team that's in Vegas, and their AAA team is in Sacramento.
I don't know. It makes more sense for me as a business. So you're talking about money, right? You're talking about money as a businessman. I'm walking in there saying I'm establishing my, whether it's maybe 1,000 square. How much of a difference is the two parks?
The Sacramento and Vegas parks?
Correct.
So I know, like I said, Vegas is, with standing room and additional seating, is 12,500 capacity.
And how much is the Sacramento one?
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
Because my thought process is, okay, you're only getting 12,000 per, but what is the average that you're getting right now? If it's around that much, you're really not going to pull that. You're really getting your average, which has been sustaining the club as it is, right? So you build up the hype, and okay, yeah, it sells out. That's a good problem to have. Then you establish something different. Maybe you expedite. Okay, what's the capacity?
So Sutter Health Park, with including the fixed seats, lawn seating, and standing room, is 14,014.
Man, 2,000.
So that's about 2,000 more seats.
They ain't gonna put that much. I mean, realistically, there's not gonna be that many people going to that game in Sacramento versus Oakland. So I don't see a big deal. You go you're leaving that area, so you're gonna establish. You keep that. You build up the fandom, man. It's not like realistically, it's not like the Vegas Golden Knights where they took a couple of years to build up the fandom and build up their hype. It did. It took a few years for them to build up the hype. So finally, when Vegas got that professional team, they were hyped. You build it up. I don't agree with the fact that you got to sit here and, okay, well, now we're going to sit here and go play in Sacramento. Just go to Vegas already. Get out, go to Vegas, and maybe it expedites the process of them building the stadium. Maybe it doesn't take 3 years. Maybe it takes 2.
Because you've got more taxpayers that are willing to put extra money towards it and donate and all that.
Well,
I get it. It's just unfortunately, the A's have been put in a situation where they have to think quickly on their feet, because not only they're trying to put together a ball club that they hope can at least play decent ball, maybe compete at certain points in the year this year, but they also have to be trying to figure out where they're going, because I don't know exactly what their options are, or what they're exploring, because they're being very hush-hush about where they could go. I don't disagree that if you build the fandom ship in Vegas, that's great, but I think from what I've read, they're thinking of the now, and they want to make as much money as they can for the move. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of between a rock and a hard place. You're either sacrificing potential ticket sales and money by going to the smaller park, the slightly smaller park, or you're sacrificing potential fans by not playing by looking over an opportunity to play in the city you're planning on playing with anyway. And that's if Vegas keeps them or goes through with this deal, because we talked about it last week. The mayor says they should stay in Oakland. So, and now I think there's something going on with the funding for the ballpark. They're like questioning it. They need to propose another plan or something like that. It's a cluster, man. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
If they could stay in Oakland, I would just be like, stay in Oakland. I know the Coliseum sucks right now, but just stay because it's not worth this hassle.
Well, I mean, they've already proposed to leaving. In my opinion, if you're leaving, you're leaving. Go, get out already, type of thing.
Well,
I
they
don't
have
want you
to.
stay. I don't want you to stay here and just kind of like dwindle time. Now, if they have to completely change locations, and yeah, I see your point. Where okay, you stay in Sacramento, not a huge move. It's not a big enough drive. It's like a 2-hour drive from Sacramento to Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, it's not very meticulous, I should say, or
Yeah. No,
like
it's
far for them if they got to move somewhere else. I mean, Vegas should get. I mean, I think they're going to do Vegas at the end of the day. So once they break ground or once they cut the ribbon to say, "Hey, we're doing this," the team should go to Vegas. Everything should be in
yeah.
Vegas. It's an easier transition. You're there. You're building up a fandom ship. You're building up that. Now, granted, the minor league team is going to have to figure out their schedule. It's going to be a lot of scheduling issues, probably, where they're going to have to play day games versus night games, which is not a problem. I don't know what they bring into the crowd as it is. I can't imagine that minor league team is playing, and we don't need answers, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, they are, that's the only scheduling hassle that you're going to have, with that. It's play more day games, probably make sure when they're home, the A's aren't. It's done before. I mean, let's be realistic. We live in a time where people share stadiums and they transfer over stadiums. It's not a very big deal. People do it every single day. I've watched the Flyers play at 1 p.m. and the Sixers play at 8 p.m. in the same day and change everything in the stadium to Sixers gear. Okay, so like it has nothing to do with transforming the stadium. And I don't agree with you that because I think the average attendance to baseball games is probably around that 12,000 mark. Yankee Stadium only holds 55, 60,000, and they're barely ever. I mean, full capacity.
Yeah, it's
You're
also
looking at it through the Yankees scope of the Yankees, the Astros, the Dodgers, the Phillies. You're looking at those fandom ships that pack the stadium every single time they have a game. You're not looking at it through a scope where where you have nothing but bleachers to your left and right, and you have 5,000 people in your stadium every single game.
Yeah, except I hear you. I agree. Like, they don't put people in the stands. They used to. They don't put people in the stands anymore. They just seem locked into this mindset of like, we have the Coliseum seating capacity, which is pretty high, I believe, as far as compared to other ballparks, just because it's the Oakland Coliseum. But you're not going to get that. You don't currently get that now. Take what you can get. They need to make a decision because it's more than just showing up to the ballpark. If you're going to be moving to a ballpark, there's a whole. I mean, we saw it with Toronto when they had to play in Buffalo. They changed the whole stadium around. They had to like put whole new branding stuff in the stadium. They had to change stuff, all that. So it's more than just it's a business. It's more than just having the team be there. So I think they need to make a decision by like minimum or maximum mid-season, just to be ready.
They still have, but that's what I'm trying to tell you is they still have another year. They don't have to really make a decision very quickly. They have to be logistic about it. In my opinion, logistically, it makes sense if you're going to Vegas. If you stamp your ground in there, say we are going, we signed off, boom, boom, done.
Yeah.
You put the team in Vegas.
You put the team in Vegas. Yeah.
So let's transfer the state. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to take them that. It's not.
No, it's not going to take that much. But I'm just like, or at least get it off your mind.
I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is, to be honest with you. I think what's more on their mind is having a location to go play the games in 3 years.
That's what I mean.
I don't think they give a shit where they're going to play next year. I think where they're going to play in 3 years.
Well, they're going to have to at some point because if they don't have a place to play, then they can't play.
Yeah, but
Oakland's kicking them out.
Yeah, I think the Oakland A's organization knows that, but I think what their main concern is, both mayors are basically saying we don't want you,
right?
And That's their main concern, not where they're playing in 25. Where they're playing in 25 is a concern, but it's not the main concern right now. Right now, it's getting the ballpark started. Because if you're at that point, you're basically, doesn't matter where you play, honestly, because you have to have a set location and where you're going. So, but let us know what you guys think in the comments here. We always get into these heated discussions, so it's good for us to get into these discussions now. Again, 2 weeks from now, we will be in Florida, or I'm in Florida. Mike will be traveling down and going to our spring training tour. So make sure you guys come out. We're going to be asking questions of fans in the stadium, walking around with our Cinco Squad jerseys right here and our polos. So feel free to come up, and if you know us, come say hi, take a picture. We'll post you on our socials. Mike, any final thoughts?
Welcome back, baseball. I'm happy to have you. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to not only the trip for spring training, but for the rest of the season, because baseball time is upon us.
Spring training's here, everyone. We'll see you here next week on the episode of The Rotation. Have a great weekend.